Hey, welcome. JustWall here. One of two from JustWall Wirehead Games. Working on the game Terrene. If you are not familiar with Terrene, it is a low-res planet exploration, procedurally generated universe, pixel art experience. I guess that's the easiest way to explain it. Probably not the best, but that's what I feel it is. Kind of like if Dig Dug met Metroid or something. It's definitely the NES game that we always wanted to make. Trying to complete our 2.0 update. Lots of new features. So many new features. Oh my gosh. Here at JustWall Wirehead Games, I primarily work on art, sound, music, concept, and somewhat of a community manager, if you want to call me that. We're just a small team, two of us. One in the United States, I'm in the Seattle area. I'm actually in Olympia, Washington. And the other developer, Wirehead, is in Australia. I know it's in the Sydney area, but I do not know the town that he lives in. Does that make me a bad friend? I think that makes me a bad friend. Anyways, we got a lot to cover today. I just kind of want to go through some of the large functionality that we're changing in this 2.0 update. It's massive, massive update. A lot of overhauls, a lot of new systems. So let's dive on in. So in the current version that you can get on Steam, which is 1.2, is it 1.2? I should know the current version of my game. Here, let me do a quick Google search. 1.1.56. Cool. Anyways, we decided to just bust out and do a 2.0 release. Planet Generation Overhaul was something that we had planned to do for a long time. Before it was a layer of sand, a layer of like hard rock, and then a layer of like mantle, and then bedrock. So what we've done this time around is we've actually just completely redone the way that planets are generated. So now you can have sand next to hard rock, next to mantle, all around different biomes. You can have a biome within a biome, so the biomes are tied to the ground type. So it's pretty cool. It makes for a much more interesting world. And then of course we added, I think, hundreds of additional plant types and rock types and grass types, and just trying to make it a little different, you know, for each little planet that you go to. One of the more difficult pieces of this game is to try to make things different when you travel to a new planet. Speaking of traveling to new planets, we have added a solar travel map. This lets the player go and more freely travel between planets. Before, in the current build, you have to like finish all of these milestones, which can take, I think, like 10 hours, then go to a new planet. It didn't really give you any choice, it just kind of was like a do-over. Now there's a whole solar system map full of literally billions of different planets. And the way that it works is you start at a 0, planet level 0, and that planet level 0 is the easiest. It has a layer of sand at the top to kind of make it easier to maybe get some coal right off the bat. But then from there, the further away you travel from the center where you start, the higher the level of the planet is. Higher planet levels are more difficult, the ground is harder to break, and the enemies are more challenging. Plus, now planets don't always have everything on them. So for instance, not every planet has a labyrinth. Not every planet has a space labyrinth. So there's differences between the planets, and different POIs can appear on different planets now. One of the neat things here is that now each planet has a goal, and that goal is to collect a certain amount of biomatter. So you can collect that biomatter for this planet and complete this planet, and then move on to another planet. And each planet has a different amount of biomatter that you're required to collect to complete that planet. And this also allows you to travel to and from planets. Yeah! So once you complete a planet, it's not over, you can come back to it, right? So you can leave a planet, go explore for a while, and go all the way back. And then Dilixia you collect now and put in a tank, and it allows you to travel. So the distance between the planets you're currently on and where you're trying to travel, it calculates that. So if you try to travel really far away, it's going to be a lot of Dilixia. If you travel to a planet close to the one you're currently at, it's less. Really cool system. We're really excited about it. It was a huge undertaking, and it was kind of the main focus of 2.0. Like, hey, let's open up this game a bit. The next cool feature to discuss is the randomized gun system. We added randomized gun drops to the world. Instead of having the shotgun and the flamer and these things that you could just buy in the orbiter, we actually created randomized guns with randomized bullet sounds, and they all act different and have different damage ratings. Very cool system. It allows you to collect all these different types of guns, see what you like, see what you don't like. If you don't like it, you can dismantle it into junk that you can turn into diamonds at the trash compactor. So a very cool feature, is very much needed, and it really adds this cool level of randomness to your playthrough. You really don't find the same gun twice. You may see the same bullets, but they're all different. And in doing so, we also added the gun sprite to the player so that it moves around, because that's important. I think I did like thousands of different gun sprites. Yeah, it was a lot, but I enjoyed it. I love doing that kind of stuff, and this feature was awesome. We've also updated the gun ammo to be a single ammo type, so you just find clips, and those clips work for all of the randomized guns. Of course, the pistol still uses energy, player energy. The randomized guns now have a condition, and you need to find weapon repair kits to repair the weapons that you want to keep. The next thing to discuss is the new inventory system. We enjoyed the current inventory system where it just kind of collects things and you don't have anything to do, really. It just is doing it for you automatically. But as, you know, nerd gamers ourselves who love survival games and inventory systems and Minecraft and all of that, we decided, hey, let's actually add an inventory system, right? Let's add something to where you can collect all the items and transfer them between your ship and your personal inventory. In your personal inventory, if you're close enough to the ship, you can transfer them, but if you're too far away, you're stuck and your inventory can fill up. And we also added consumables where you can find items that you can use from your inventory, which do some pretty cool things, like a closer map to where you can see ores and points of interest. There's all kinds of buffs and power-ups, health, oxygen, all kinds of things. Right, so new inventory system, it's awesome, it works, and testing it is really hard, but it's good and it's pretty solid, so hell yeah. So we also added some consumable power-ups. They give you a timed effect, gun speed, don't use any ammunition, a mining buff, and an energy buff. Pretty cool, and I enjoy the ability to kind of buff my player up if I can collect these, if you can find them before like a boss battle or something like that. It really goes a long ways to have these buffs on. Very cool feature. We added pistol circuits. So the pistol has always been in the game, it's what you start with and it uses the player energy. But we wanted some way to kind of make that more interesting. So now you can find these circuit boards around the world. If you keep one in your inventory, it gives the pistol a buff. If you find multiple types and keep them in your inventory, you can get multiple different buffs on the pistol. So speed, bounce, and a whole bunch of other things I'll let you explore. We also updated the way that you upgrade your ship. Now you find ship parts. So it's no longer just gold or diamonds that you use to upgrade your ship. You need to go down to the planet and find crashed ships or rubble that contain ship parts, and those allow you to upgrade your ship. It's just another layer of upgrading that we thought the game needed. And a lot of times people were neglecting to upgrade their ship. Now when you go to a new planet, and it's a much higher planet level, you need your ship to be upgraded, or you will get blown out of the sky. So that's just some of the things that we've added. We've added multiple small tweaks and changes. We really look forward to releasing this. We're currently in the QA testing stage. We fixed 149 issues, bugs, tweaks, balancing items so far, and the list is getting smaller. So hopefully we'll seal all this testing up and get it all where we want it to be and start planning for the 2.0 release. I do not think this is the end of updates for Terrene. I think this is just kind of the beginning of our new, larger, more open world, more amazing Terrene. So I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the game when we release that 2.0 update. Alright, later.